So how have your experience been so far since you started working with FMK Capital? Proceed, I want to hear you. If you are
It's
progressing
been
or not.
good, but huh?
Proceed, I want to hear you.
It's been good, but recently I've been kind of having difficulties entering a trade because I've been missing a lot of trades though. And based on the fact that I'm also still busy because this is exam period, so I don't really check the chat all the time, just once in a while. So whenever I say trade, I'm always ready for that confirmation. So I miss out some of the trades, and not just that. I also how should I put it? Like it has actually really helped me get more patience with the market. So it's really helping a lot. I mean, it's not just all set up. I say I just get into. I still take my time to look, checking for further details. So even if I'm not taking so much trades, I don't mind. I mean, for now I'm just working with a demo, and besides, I cannot still give it my 24 hours full time because I'm still working. I'm still having exams. So I put most of my focus there, so I can't always be on the chat and everything. So I can't make that much profit on my demo account, but it's still good
So
that I'm learning
what
every
have you
day.
learned so far?
What I've learned so far, I've learned a lot. I,
Proceed,
I
tell me.
learned about uh I've learned more about my support demand zone. I've learned more about my choke, open how to enter a trade, where to put my TP, where to put my stop loss, when to enter the trade, when to get out of a trade, and when not to enter a trade, and when to overlook a trade.
So have you been able to backtest everything you've learned so far?
Yes, I'm currently doing so.
And how is the outcome of your backtesting?
They are good.
Hmm?
They are good. They are good so far. Improving.
Okay. So now, at least you understand how the candlesticks are moving and you understand the structure of the market now better than before, right?
Yeah, I do.
You can probably say at least you understand details of the market before you are
Yeah.
you see a bullish candle, you rush in. You see a bearish
Yes.
candle, you rush in. So now you understand the zones that sponsor a rally to the upside or downside for you to wait to join price at that particular level, right?
Yes.
Okay, we are progressing. Femi Alpha, Doctor,
Very
welcome.
well, boss. Good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Femi can proceed.
Good evening, boss. I'm very well. How have you
Good
been, sir?
evening. I'm okay. I hope you caught some tips today.
Yeah. Sure. Got some.
Okay. Proceed. So how have your
Got, got,
experience
got,
been
got
so
some
far?
on the, got some on the GBP NZD and GBP USD actually.
Okay. Beautiful. I like that. Okay. You caught this sale too, right?
Yeah, I caught the sale too.
Okay.
Got the sale too. Had my stop loss exactly. Had my take profits exactly where the market reversed. So
Beautiful. I like that. Although I'm still holding, Sha.
took my take profit on one, then broke even on the other one. Just
I'm
sitting
still
out.
holding the trade. I feel this guy is gonna go a long way down. It's a long sale. But let's just see how far, Sha.
Mm.
Okay, so proceed, man. Like, how have been your experience? Like, since you joined the platform, have you seen any improvement in your trading?
Yeah, of course. Um, the main thing I can even say I I have achieved so far is waiting patiently to check for order flow before scaling into market.
Okay.
Because before I just check other blocks on daily time frame, and I don't get patient enough to scale. So most times I either get kicked out before the market start moving zoom, or I get fear of missing out set B before market taps it and then move my way. But now I'm beginning to have that patience. So always check out for what's really happening before scaling. And I think that's really helping my psychology, which is very, very important.
Beautiful. So, do you have that trading plan written down now?
Trading plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
You have a trading journal
Yeah, trading plan.
and trading
Are,
journal.
are you referring to like a book I record trades I take and all,
No, trading plan
or
is
a channel on
like
Telegram?
they like everybody have their reasons for taking a trade. Like, am I right? Like me now,
Yeah, yeah,
if I want to take my trade now, if I'm waiting for it from higher time, like let's say daily or weekly, I want to see a shift on 4 hour. You understand? And I don't want to see a weak
yeah.
choke. I want to see a body break. And then once price come back now, but I still want to see another shift again on probably 1 hour. Now,
Mm,
because that have been able to convince me that fine, this guy is ready to move my direction. So if I still have an SL bank, it means the market wasn't just my market. You understand? So
yeah,
you
yeah,
should
sure.
have your entry reasons written down so that they will always guide you because most times but we forget how we trade because of emotions. So you have to, and then you keep the book very close to your trading table. Once in a while, taking a trade by
Mm,
once trade hits your POI, you look at your plan. The number one, has that trade met your number one criteria? If it has, okay, fine. Do you have other confidence? If you have, okay, fine. Is this confidence enough for you to actually risk your money because this is your hard-earned money? You understand? So before you take a trade, but you think that this money is my money, and as I'm putting this money number, I am 70% convinced that this guy will either go my way or it will not go my way. But this guy have met all your requirements before he took that trade. So even if it goes against you, but you won't feel it because that trade met your 100% entry reasons. So you should just have the route and then you
mm,
should have your journal where you record all your trade. You copy the link and then you
yeah, yeah,
every Friday you should always go back and check what you're doing. That helps scale you. That helps make discipline. That helps check whether your strategy is working or is not working. The idea is
mm,
for us to stay in the business. It's not to make 1 billion today and then lose it back the next day. You
yeah.
understand?
Of course, of course.
How about your risk management? Is it on point?
Risk management. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. On point, on point. Yeah.
It's okay. What are we going to
But
demonstrate today, self? What? Where did we stop the last time, self? Where did we stop?
We're still talking about market structure.
Market structure.
the
Doctor, good
last time
evening.
we were even having a meeting. You had to leave. You said you had something to do
Yes,
or stuff
yes,
like that.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's true.
So we did something with doctor actually that day though, and it was quite insightful and helpful. So
Okay.
yeah.
Doctor,
Mhm.
tell me where you stopped to so that I can see what I can.
Eh, good evening,
Good evening, boss.
everybody. Mm, yeah, we actually did we did still market structure. So I was just telling them um validity of a particular zone
Okay,
and what are the things we actually need to look out for to make a zone valid and why we choose the zones we choose.
okay,
Mm, I think basically that's it.
okay. So I think I'll
It
be
was just
teaching
still on
market
market
structure
structure,
with
yes.
entry reasons today.
Okay.
At least let us just because this class is just too no, I don't want to even go into books anymore. Just basic practical because I have another class by 9:30. So let me rush, guys. Hmm, I just forgot that. I just checked the time now. 9 o'clock. Let me. Yeah, give me like
So
2 minutes. I'm coming.
Doctor. Doctor, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah.
Please let me check CHF JPY. What's your take on it?
Okay, guys,
I'm thinking of selling it.
we are good to go. So let's take for instance, like we have we have we have this expansion to the downside. That I do a little correction, move back to that zone that took out this. I push back to the downside. And then we have price come back at top. Come back to this extreme zone. I push price to that. So we have this three-way bullish and bearish candle. Now, I'm teaching you my best strategy today too. What I look out for in the market. Doctor already know already. I talk about it every day because it happened every single time, but people pay less attention to it. I I always have like 99% trust on the setup because when once market have accumulated, like give me three-way bullish and bearish wave, and then they give me that expansion with large imbalance, and the price need to come back to field. It gives me added confidence that this my zone will actually hold price because I know that there were lots of others. Yeah, there were lots of others. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't see my. What's wrong with my this thing? Oh fuck. Now we have our consolidation, which means that at this level we've had buyers and sellers struggling for supremacy. You understand? And then one thing that we always look out for, what makes zones very valid is the amount of struggle between buyers and sellers. You understand? The amount of fight. So even if you go to a live chat, but you see where candles have been rejecting price, rejecting, and then before you see something, you see a push to the up or to the downside. That is a decision time because the moment you see the kind of tussle now, looking out for that expansion. If this guy would have expanded to the upside, I'm looking to go bullish. But once I see this expanded to the downside, and I have this my breakup of this range, I look out forward correction back to my zone. And if you notice something, we have this liquidity grab that this market to still come back to grab before anything. So once I see this, and then if you are looking for all to also scalp this buy back to this origin block that caused the expansion, once you must have seen this liquidity again up here, then market took it down. Then we see how this valid extreme zone. You would have been able to probably still scalp this guy and then join back to this upside. But my main target for today is this particular point now, because most of traders have this problem of paying attention to their left hand side. Once market get to their left hand side POI, what they look to do every time is go aggressive. And then the next thing, the market will always give you like probably 5 or 20 minutes of smile first, and then we'll come back and take you, and then reverse and go 500 pips in your direction. And then now you get angry and go back to the market to go and revenge, and then you blow your account and the market will still move on without you. So what am I saying? The ability for you to have a reason to take your trade is what makes you a trader. The ability for you to wait patiently to see what the market is doing is what makes you a trader. Because everybody can identify order block, everybody can identify a supply and demand zone. But the issue is, can you be able to understand the side that is winning the market at that moment? Okay, fine. As market got back to this zone now, somebody would have probably gone aggressive from this level. And market would have probably given him something like this. Come back, give him again. Then the next push, see something like this. And then we are having a reversal, a strong reversal. Now, if you have been able to study how you need to wait patiently for the market to give you direction, you would have been able to understand that you have to wait to see that last low that push price to the upside taking out first. And then once that happens, since you're trading a higher time frame level, you have targeted your daily low as a typical target, or you targeted, let's say, the area of imbalance. Then they know that price have not yet to be tested. And then you know that you have efficient price movement through, and then the large imbalance that is still left on silver, you can target that area as your typical target. If it's daily, and then you wait for other flow entry on this your higher time frame level, probably on 1 hour to see other flow, and then you scalp this sell movement inside 1 or 5 minutes, you will still have a better risk to reward than somebody that went aggressive at this level and still got stopped out before the trade even went to direction. Okay, fine. We now say, okay, fine. This guy have given us a choke at this level. What do we do? Wait for what they pull back to this guy that sponsored the break. So this guy come back, we test this guy again, and then we are waiting for what? To see whether this bearish move is actually valid or not. Because if you are waiting for a one, if you are waiting for just a one confirmation, because at this level we were very, very bullish, and this guy did not take out any major MLO to convince us that this market has changed direction or this market has shifted. You understand? So we have to wait to see an order flow for us to be convinced that fine, this market has actually shift from uptrend to a bearish move, so we can actually join the reversal back to the downside. So since this guy didn't take out any major low, we still want to wait to see another shift to the downside. Once this particular guy tap into the supply level and then takes out this low again, there is no how you will not be coming, because when you've had a failure swing at this level, market did not take out this high, market respected this high, and then we had this lower low creating another lower low again. So this gives us another confidence that this guy is actually ready to sell. So we can look for the zone that sponsor the break to the downside. And which zone sponsor that break? We have this zone here. So fine, we mark out that zone as our point of interest to see what the market will do again. Probably this guy now we have broke down from, we have this level here as probably our 4-hour zone. We had that area as our 4-hour zone. We have that area as our 4-hour zone. And then once price took out that 4-hour zone, we had this refined entry on 1 hour. So we have now, what are we doing? We have broken down from 1 hour, from 4 hours to 1 hour. So apparently you have reduced the amount of pips you would have been risking going aggressive on this 4-hour zone. Now, on this 1 hour level, if you are going aggressive at this level now, probably if this level was giving us 40 pips, you must have been going here with just 20 pips or 15 pips. But because you don't own the market, you still want to see further confirmation that this guy is ready to actually matured. So you still have to wait for further shift again. Now, once market gets here, now let's say probably the market was giving us something like this kind of movement back to our POI on lower time frame to our POI. So having series of higher highs and higher low, higher highs, higher low. So once market enter our POI, once from this 15 minute level now, I am breaking down to 1 minute immediately once price hit my 15 minutes POI. Now I have been able to take my eyes off my left hand side that price hit my 4-hour zone, because if you focus on the 4-hour zone that price hit back, you will go aggressive from that 4-hour level. You might still make money. I'm not saying you're not going to make money, you will still make money, but more of the time you will get stopped before the major move to the downside. So now I have taken my eyes off my left hand side now and focus more on my right hand side. Now, because my right hand means that I'm watching out for price action to tell me the direction that the market is heading. Because if this market get to this and then keep on giving me series of higher highs and higher low, I will not sell this guy. Rather, I'll look forward, buy chance to join the ride to the upside again to create probably maybe a higher high. But now, when once the market hit my 15 minutes, I want to see internal shift on 1 minute. And once I have this, I mark out the zone that
mark out the zone that.
And this is the level that took out that low. We have this as our BOS to the downside. Then I mark out this level that took out that low. Probably this trade is now on 1 minute. This is where I have been able to remove risks out of my trade. This is where I have been able to follow my pair and see what the market is doing. I have been able to follow up from higher time frame, and then I noticed that the higher time frame was aligning with my lower time frame market structure. So I was convinced to go long from this level, and I target what? My swing low as my TP target. And once the market comes back, you will see a sniper entry, and at this level now, you can tell somebody that I know how I trade and I trust my stuff, because when you've been able to remove that, you might sell low, you might not sell. You know, like when a doctor we are doing live trading today this morning, like we knew GM was gonna sell, like we knew. It's just that we were just looking for a good chance to enter the market, and we caught the move together. Like, so if we did not actually trust what we were doing, we would have been there saying, "Are we sure this guy will actually sell?" But once you start having doubt, and once you doubt that you are set up back, you will never be a good trader, because all the ones you will not take will hit TP, and the next day, you want to go and take the trade, but that one will hit SL. That will give you more doubt. Then you'll be like, okay, let me go on my demo. You go ahead because one, demo is emotion free. You go to demo, but you make a lot of money on your demo. But from the live account, you can never make 1 TP. Because the trade that would have gone well, but fear of the unknown. I don't know. Are you sure this guy will go well? And then the one that will not go well, but that's the one you have mind to go aggressive on. That is the market manipulating to make you doubt yourself. But once you've been able to understand market structure and be able to wait to see an order flow movement, to be able to see what the market is doing between the sellers and the buyers, who is in control, and as at this particular time frame now, who is winning? You go to another time frame, okay, this particular time frame now, who is still winning? The moment you have 1, 2, 3 time frame working together, giving you the same direction, why would you take that particular setup? You've been able to understand that this is where the particular trade is heading to. And for you to know where to take your TP, it's not difficult. Target your next area of imbalance in the market, depending on the kind of method that you are. Like me, I'm more of a swing trader. So I wait for my major zones on higher time frame, and I target my major zones on higher time frame as a TP target too. So I can hold it for probably 3 weeks, 1 month. Sometimes I hold. So none of you can do that one. Can you hold it and then you see a profit of probably 1.5, the market come back and give you profit of $100? Can you? You can't take it now. You will close it. But the moment you trust your setup, those things don't even move you because you know that this analysis was done by you. If a trade goes against you, but no problem, that trade was not your trade. And that's why you don't risk more than what you can lose on a particular trade. Your idea is risk the amount that if you lose, you won't feel it. That's why we have risk management. If you can manage, if you can manage to take the risk of risking 10%, then you will not feel it. Proceed and risk it. It means you know you can fund an account every 2 months, maybe. So you can do that. But if you know that you want to be consistent in the market, risk what you know will not affect your trading the next day. Because the moment you over leverage, that affects your psychology already. Because you cannot even relax anymore. You are panicking, please don't go against me. But when you leverage well, you relax yourself. Like you forget that you were even on a trade set because when you knew you reached what you can lose. Okay, let me take you to a live chat about this I discussed. I hope we on the same page.
Yes.
Are we lost?
Yeah, boss. No,
You say?
we are together, boss.
Okay. Now, is a very simple. Now, even if you want to even look at this down movement, but I didn't take this on my live account, but I took this on my demo account because I don't like counter trading. I wanted to see this guy, feel this guy before I counter trade. But the volume at which after this guy took out this level, I discovered that I was still respecting this particular guy here. So even if this guy gets you, I won't take it again because if you are taking out this whole level or this whole level now, and then it does not get to the particular supply level now, I would have taken this buy. But if this guy comes to supply level before reacting, I will not take this guy again. You understand? So now, how did I get all this move? It's very simple. Let me delete them, and so that you can see the same thing I was showing you on the line chart there on a candlestick chart. That if you actually follow supply and demand and understand who is winning at the moment, you will never be at the wrong side of the market, and you will be at the wrong side few times than you're on the right side because you know what you're doing. And even if you're on the wrong side more times, with just two trade alone, you will recover. So we had this shift to the upside on 1 minute. We had this 1 minute choke, and I used a 5 minutes OB. But I didn't take this first entry. So once price tested this guy and took out this level that pushed price to the downside because of this volume I saw. So this large volume. So once I saw price push down, then this level could still hold price. I was like, okay, fine. This level was going to hold price. So once this high got taken out, I marked out the zone that sponsored that and move to the upside. We have this zone here, this whole area of imbalance, and this is why I took this guy and I targeted this area because I knew that price was going to react from this zone. I knew because this is a zone that took out this level. So definitely price will react from this level. So I had a 1 to 2. I covered this whole area. Yes. A 1 to 2. Then so once price got to that level, I saw that this is the guy that took out this high. So I still marked that level again. So you can see that once market is about to buy or sell, you will be seeing the area that sponsor the impulse to the up or downside by being respected and supply is failing to hold price. That will give you the confidence that this guy actually ready to buy or sell. So let me look for the last zone that give you that last impulse. Understand? At that level now, but you've been able to remove fear from your trading because you now know who is winning. You understand? So the ability for you to wait for setup to play out, for you to know where it's heading is what makes you consistent. This is still market structure, but this is just you having to know the entry reason before you take your positions. I don't know how patient you guys are with looking out for order flow, but the more patient you are looking for order flow, but you trade with less stress, less stress. Because before you be looking at a chart every second, but once you are looking for order flow, but you just identify your major swing zone. Wait for price to come there. Once price come there, but that's where you come back to look out for price action. Then you can now look forward to joining the movement to the down or to the upside. Same thing happen here too. Yes, even more. So the other flow, yes, even more. This guy tap our daily supply level, and then I had this refined after the guy tap our daily supply level. I had another entry on the 1 hour. I had this 15 minutes entry here. Look at the shift that we have this multiple shift to the downside that have given me the confidence that this guy is about to short. So even when price still came to this extreme zone, I did not still go aggressive. I went to my 1 minute to look for entry because it's not because that zone sponsored the rally to the downside that will give me the reason that definitely this guy is going to hold price. This zone also sponsored because this is the last zone that even sponsored this break. But what happened? Market came back and took at this level. So what gives me the belief that the market will not come back and do the same thing at this level? So I have to wait to see price action so that I will not just be the liquidity in the market. You understand? Because when you just go aggressive, you are the liquidity in the market. So before the major move in your direction, we will eat your money before we move. So you have to be able to visually say, one liquidity is being taken in the market, but you join the big boys and ride. That's why if they are not taking liquidity in the market, but you will see the market struggling to move out of that POI, struggling to move until they manipulate and take out some liquidity. But before you see the market having that massive leg to the up or to the downside. So most time people don't pay attention to what happened after their trade. Everything for you to go back and back test or to look at the chart, what happened in this position time like this, but why did this candle move like this? Why did this one move like this? The moment you can do that, eh, you'll be fine. Like you'll be trading with less stress, less. Okay, I think that is all I have for today. I have another class. Let me get ready for that one. Unless doctor will have something and then he can proceed, sir. Doctor.
No, this knowledge for today is not. It does not need to be much every day. Just once they will digest it. We will all
Yes.
digest it because me, I still need to rewatch this video and learn this thing and practice. So we all digest this thing, have time for ourselves to learn for ourselves. That's just the truth. It's not a matter of
Yeah,
learn more, too much talk. When they teach you too much, you get confused. But
that one is
once
true.
in a while, these things have sessions. Yeah. So as you've talked about this thing now, one has to be looking out for where trades or price created other flows are more of the practice. So that's what I can say. So we'll continue from it's better we will have class another day and talk about another thing and all that. So for tonight, this is enough.
All right. All right, guys. Good night, guys. Femi, I hope you enjoyed the class.
Yeah, sir, very much, sir. Very, 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 very much. No one can explain it better than the way you've done. Like,
It's all right.
exactly, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Give that for now.
Hmm? Yes, I enjoyed the class.
All right. Good night, guys. Tomorrow.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
All
Thank
right.
you.